This is the iconic slogan that toppled regimes across the Arab world. For more than 10 years, these words captured the spirit of a new, bold social movement that united the region, and the voices of Arabs who dared to rise up against their own governments. It was chanted in a modern Arabic dialect, making it easily transferable across borders. It was chanted by millions, young and old, rich and poor. But it wasn't the only chant. As the uprisings took hold, each country developed its own unique chants that reflected its individual struggles. In December 2010, rapper El General helped spark the uprising in Tunisia. Crowds sang along to his rap song Rais Blad, or President of the Country, calling for President Zain al-Abidin bin Ali's departure and challenging him over corruption and unemployment. But El General's arrest and interrogation made it clear that the simple act of singing branded protesters a threat to their governments. This simple yet vital chant summed up the main demands of Egyptians in January of 2011. Bread, which was the first demand, is the most crucial staple food source for millions in Egypt, where wheat consumption is the largest per capita on a world level. Meanwhile, the song Irhal or Leave became the anthem of the Egyptian protests. It illustrated the public's frustration with the political leadership in Egypt. Jubilant crowds gathered in Tahrir Square to sing along to Rami Aissam and his guitar. The singing broke the spell of fear, and for the first time, people expressed their grievances in public. Demonstrations in Syria followed in February with the detention of a group of youth for painting a slogan against Bashar al-Assad on their school wall. But as one of the longest-lasting revolutions, the Syrian protests witnessed a wide array of chants. Yalla irhal ya Bashar, or Leave O Bashar, was sung to a variety of tunes. The chant was commonly accompanied with debka, a folk dance popular across the Levant, and to the backdrop of the Middle Eastern drum, the durbakka. But Ibrahim Qashush, who wrote the popular chant, was brutally murdered, and his demise became a stark warning to the dangers of joining the revolution. Faced with an unprecedented uprising, Gaddafi vowed to purify Libya by hunting down his enemies.
شبر شبر بيت بيت دار دار زنقة زنقة فرد فرد.
His words formed the popular Libyan chant Zenga Zenga. Despite the chant having a colloquial ring, its sentiment spread across the region. An auto-tuned song was produced from Gaddafi's vengeance-vowing rant, which became an online phenomenon with millions of YouTube views. In January 2011, Yemen's revolution popularized the country's traditional music. At least 500 songs were produced by dozens of artists in support of Yemen's protest movement. Protesters waved traditional daggers or jambias while singing and chanting along, while women let out zagharit or ululations, a form of celebrity cheer. The upbeat anthem of Hurriya, or Freedom, by Khalid al-Zahid became the most popular. Its words were accompanied by traditional Yemeni wind instruments. The Arab Spring chants and demands continue to echo throughout the Arab world. Chants and songs played a key role in mobilizing protesters. The uprisings witnessed in Lebanon, Algeria, Sudan and Iraq in 2018 and 2019 demonstrate that the people's fight against injustice and corruption continues.